All right, Sabres fans, take a breath. No, this isn't a simulation. No, this isn't a rebuild update. The Buffalo Sabres are finally a good team? Maybe? Are they? Maybe. Looks like it. For over a decade, Buffalo was the punchline. Tank years, false dawns. This is the year. Seasons that ended by Christmas. Draft lotteries, coaching changes, roster overhauls. You name it, Sabres fans have lived it. But this year, something's feeling a little bit different. This isn't a fluke. Tage Thompson has really found his game again. Rasmus Dahlin looks like the franchise defenseman he was drafted to be. Owen Powers, Alex Tuch, Doan, real contributors, not potential. Don't look now, Sabres fans, but your team is currently in a playoff position, and it's January. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode right here on Above Average. I'm YouTube Trev. Stay to the end of this video. Got a quick little announcement, something I just wanted to shout out. But look at the cool new intro. Hey, not bad. I put that together over the weekend. Finally, I've been looking and wanting to put something together for a while now, but I think it's clean, I think it's simple, and I don't know, I like it a lot. So if you like the new intro for the channel, be sure to leave a like. And 5 years of Above Average I've been doing it. I just got a memory, that's what I was going to talk about at the end of this video, but 5 years ago I started the channel. Isn't that crazy? 5 years. Where were you 5 years ago today? It was yesterday, so January 10th, 2021 is when I started the channel. Crazy! But anyway, if you're new to the channel, as always, guys, leave a like, drop a comment down below as I interact and engage with every single one. Buffalo Sabres, that's what we're talking about in this video. I've done several. I've done 5 maybe Buffalo Sabres videos over the 5 years that I've been doing this channel, so not much, but every time I do it, seems to have a good... Sabres fans actually crush it. I've had some videos do decent. So, drop in a comment down below. Question of the video, Sabres fans, I'm asking you: is this the year? Huh? Are you too? You don't want to jinx anything? You're not going to say anything? Because I've been there. I know what it's like as an Oilers fan. You just it comes to the point where you just you think that you have a control on the game. So if you're for the Sabres, for instance, they just had a 10-game win streak. So I know Sabres fans were probably wearing the exact same clothes and sitting in the exact same spot on their couch because they did not want to mess up the winning streak. I've been there. I really have. And when you haven't made the playoffs in 15 years, what is it? Since 2010? 14 seasons? That's ridiculous. I know you already start overthinking everything, but is this the year? That's the question of the video. If you don't want to jinx it, if you want to keep your thoughts to yourselves because you're just that much of a diehard fan, I totally get it. But I'm curious. I'm not going to pretend here and say I've watched every single game of the Buffalo Sabres. I keep in tabs with almost every NHL team, and it's been fun to follow the Sabres this year. Ever since Kevin Adams, you're out, get out of here. And then you got what's his name again? Jarmo Kekalainen. So that was interesting, and it seems like since then the Buffalo Sabres have really turned things around. So was that it? Was that all they needed to do? They just needed to get off with Gary. Kevin, get out of here. It's just weird because sometimes I feel like they've done that before and it hasn't worked. Whether it being a coaching change or a GM being fired or a big trade to be had, they've definitely done a lot and they've tried a lot, and nothing, for whatever reason, nothing ever seemed to work. But this did, and they're playing pretty good hockey, so it's awesome. Well, yeah, you look at where they are right now. They are actually in a freaking wild card spot with a pretty good record. I know, and you know what's crazy? They are a first place wild card team right now, 52 points. That 52 points would be good enough to be tied for first in the Pacific with the Vegas Golden Knights. So I'll just leave that out there. So yeah, pretty interesting. But what is it? Because I am curious. Did the Buffalo Sabres just all of a sudden start playing really good hockey? Because I know at the beginning of the season it wasn't anything spectacular. There was fans walking out of the building just here we go again. So it's kind of interesting that it switched like that. I know from just hearing the rumblings, they definitely have some pretty good key pieces, key contributors to their success as of late. And I look to the likes of Owen Power. Apparently he's really turned things around, which is good. That's a former first overall pick during COVID. So people are like, oh, is he actually a first overall pick? Like, you know, the scouting wasn't nearly as much as it had been in previous years because there was no games to scout on. The scouts couldn't really get a good, you know, word or see much of the action from these prospects. But I remember he looked really good. I'm pretty sure he got a hat trick for Team Canada in the World Juniors. And the only other defenseman to get a hat trick for Team Canada was actually Chris Pronger. And I'm just like, oh, wow. Like, he put himself in pretty good conversation with Chris Pronger and doing that there. But, yeah, apparently Owen Power, he's really turned things around. And then you got the likes of Josh Doan, who's just crushing it. I know that trade, when it first happened, people were like, what the heck is going on? But as of right now, it looks like it to be a pretty good trade for both sides. You can even say that maybe the Sabres could have won it as of right now. And then you got the likes of Josh Norris. When healthy, he looks to be pretty good. Jack Quinn. I was big on Jack Quinn when they drafted him, man. Like, this guy was putting in, he was like a ridiculous goal scorer in junior. It was actually crazy, like, watching his highlights. And then Zach Benson, a little rat. You got Ryan McLeod, who's kind of finding his own game, which is good to see. Peyton Krebs, who, you know, is coming into his own, maybe a little bit finally. I don't know. That was one player I was always, like, fairly big on. And he kind of just a little underwhelming for me. But Tage Thompson, absolute stud. And then you got this blue line who really, like, name a defense that has the likes of Rasmus Dahlin, first overall pick, Owen Power, first overall pick, and Bowen Byram. Bowen Byram, he was also always a player that I was kind of expecting a little bit more. I remember he just lit it up in junior, and even for the World Juniors, analysts were just so big on this guy. But, you know, he may be coming into his own, I guess, right now. I don't know. I keep on saying that with a few of their players. But, and then Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and Ellis. Apparently that guy's a stud as well. So, I don't know. It's awesome. What I do know is this is great, and I have been there, and I want the Buffalo Sabres to absolutely crush it. I want them to make it to the playoffs, because you know what's crazy, and I know some people are probably watching this, but for my whole life, really, until I started really watching hockey, which was in 2010, which was the last time they were in the playoffs. Like, that was when the Oilers drafted Taylor Hall, and so I know all about being, you know, and not in the playoffs. So, like, as a fan, you know, as just being a fan of the Edmonton Oilers in the decade of darkness, it sucks. And so, yeah, I've never watched the Buffalo Sabres be a, you know, competitive team since I've been watching hockey. And that's been like 15 years. Like, that's crazy. I have not seen them in the playoffs. And I got to give it to their fans, man. They're sticking it out always. They're always sticking it out. And it's crazy. That's not an easy thing to do. Like, I've been there. Like, being an Oilers fan, that sucks. Yeah, that absolutely sucks. But, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like, what is the reason why they just turned things around? Was it the firing of Kevin Adams? Was that exactly what they needed and exactly what they got? I don't know, man, but it's awesome. I really appreciate. I love seeing the Buffalo Sabres in the playoffs right now, and here's hoping they can keep it up, because it would be cool to watch a Sabres playoff game. The fans absolutely deserve it. The players absolutely deserve it. You think of the likes of, you know, the players that have been there since day one, like Alex Tuch. Yeah, I know he hasn't been there since day one, but, you know, he missed out on a cup and he got traded to Buffalo, right? Like, that sucks. Like, so many players, the Rasmus Dahlins, the Powers, like, it's just been tough, man. I can't imagine what that would do to you as a player. Like, you're done hockey, you just go your whole career. Rasmus Ristolainen, I know he was there for forever and he never played a playoff game, still hasn't, which is kind of, that's too bad. So, yeah, it's interesting, but drop a comment down below. What are your thoughts? Why do all of a sudden they look pretty good? Was you know, some teams, that's what happens, and it's weird. You need a firing, and then players are just like, oh, okay, like, let's play some pretty good hockey now all of a sudden. Like, I look back to the Oilers a few years ago. They didn't do anything but change Jay Woodcroft, and then they went on like a 16 or 17 game win streak. Like, that's absurd. So, yeah, it's interesting. But drop a comment down below, guys. Thanks for all the continued support. Like I said, 5 years of the channel. If you like this kind of content, drop a comment down below. Subscribe, actually. It really goes a long way. But 5 years, man, that's absolutely insane to me. Where's the time gone? I've had so much fun. I've done, you know, so much. It's opened it's opened up quite a bit for me, this channel. So I'm forever thankful for that. And if you've been here for the last like 5 years, drop a comment down below. I really appreciate it. But like you know, the most liked comment, it is that time of the video. Sponsored segment of the video brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca, where they work around the clock for you. And it's an Alberta-based company with clocks all over Canada. You want a big black clock like that, go check them out. www.timetrackers.ca. And the most liked comment on my previous video was at the Angry Canadian 1109. This is just soft. He is speaking the truth. Why apologize? I completely agree. That was in regards to what Zane Perek said about his teammates in Calgary. So, yeah, like I said, guys, 5 years. Thank you so much. Really appreciate this. Here's to 5 more years, and yeah, let's keep pumping out content. Let's keep having fun. And yeah, seriously, thank you so much for all the continued support. Really appreciate it. Don't be average when you can be above average. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.